Chick Hicks is a character who made his first appearance in the very first Cars movie. Now, as we all know, he is the main antagonist of the franchise. No, not the franchise, only the first movie, since in Cars 3 he still remains that way, but just a simple bully, made like many others, like Homelander, for example. But once again, this is a part of the power scaling videos, and I haven't done one of these videos for a while since I had to do a lot of research for Chick since he is a widely known character, and there's so much about him. And just like the other characters like Lightning, Mater, and Guido, I'm going to be using Chick Hicks from basically all of his appearances, because we want to see him at his absolute best, at his absolute full power, and see what he can really do at his full capabilities. Will he be just as powerful as Lightning, Mater, and Guido? Well, let's find out. This is the Chick Hicks power scale. Now, Chick's main speed feats do come from the first movie, and that's the first thing we're going to be talking about is his speed. He is shown keeping up with Lightning McQueen most of the time during the first film, and during the end of it as well, even passing him on multiple occasions. So this could either prove that Chick is obviously traveling around at least 200 miles per hour, as that's the average speed that a NASCAR vehicle would be traveling. And Lightning has been shown to be much faster in the past, as he is seen reaching speeds of at least 205 miles per hour. Since Lightning is younger, he is much more faster, so Chick can scale to that. But Lightning has gone slower over the years, so I would say that Chick is also gotten slower, but he is still at least very fast, since he can easily scale to Lightning, who can now travel only at speeds at 198 miles per hour, so Chick can also just scale to that as well, and also travel at the same speed, since he is the same type of race car of Lightning is. And speaking of which, more of speed feats do come from Cars 2 the video game, and from Cars 3 Driven to Win as well, which we will talk about later. But now that we're talking about speed, we're also going to be talking about attack potency. First with speed, of course, since we're still talking about that. Chick in Cars 2 the video game has shown to be fast enough, dodging many different weapons like the rapid fires, the missiles, and the pretty much bombs and everything else. Now, he is shown to be just as fast as everyone else in the game, since everyone is scaled down to be at the same power level during the race. But once again, Chick has shown to be very skilled when it comes to dodging attacks, which easily puts his reaction speed at least massively hypersonic, probably, or at least subsonic level, I would say. Now, not as fast as Lightning, Mater, or Guido, but still, that's still pretty impressive for a vehicle, since vehicles are known to be pretty heavy. But yeah, and now it's time we talk about his attack potency. Chick has shown to be very fucking strong when it comes to attacking others. I mean, he is shown in the first movie to be knocking away other cars. I mean, just look at this for example. Chick is absolutely destroying every other vehicle, and he easily caused one car to wreck, causing the other vehicles to wreck in the process. I'm talking to the other Piston Cup racers here, as you already know. So yeah, I would say that in another scenario where it's actually humans, Chick could easily kill one guy, and then it could easily cause the other guys to get killed in the process as well, which means that Chick has a very special aura. Well, I don't really know what else to call it, but I'm going to say the killer influence aura. The killer influence aura is where basically someone else just destroys another person, and then the other persons die in the process, so that's a very powerful ability. Next up on the list, we have Strength. Now, Strength is a pretty easy one for Chick, since he is basically built like he's basically a Hulk car in disguise. He is green after all. Chick was strong enough to knock Lightning out of the way several times during the movie. First during the first part of the film where he knocks out of the way to get him out, and in the last part of the film where he once again knocks Lightning off the track and was even strong enough to pop his tire when colliding with him, basically grinding. No, not that one, I'm talking about car versions. And once again, in the final part of the movie, it is shown that Chick essentially knocks down the king finally, after all these years, to the point of him just crashing and wrecking and ultimately losing. So yeah, he is pretty strong. However, this strength feat could easily be so much more greater if we include his Boba Fett form. Yeah, that's right, Chick Hicks has a Boba Fett form. Now, it's not really canon to the actual movies itself, but we are still using Chick as absolute greatest and full power, so we can include his other forms, mainly his Boba Fett form. And Boba Fett is shown to be very powerful in the Star Wars universe as well, and Chick is shown to have all those same powers and abilities as Boba Fett. For example, Boba Fett has a very good fighting ability, as he even fought grounds with Darth Vader, is incredibly stealthy as he was able to take a photo and surprise a fellow bounty hunter, and is also a skilled marksman, and use every weapon imaginable to take down his enemies. And finally, we have the last few feats in Lightning's Racing Academy. If you didn't know, this was a show and it was supposed to be treated as canon to the actual Cars universe. But in this story, basically in real life, but in universe is actually canon, Chick Hicks essentially hacks the racing simulator that Lightning was racing on, basically meaning he's smart enough to hack technology, basically almost any technology that has something involved with computers. Now, it doesn't include any other thing, it doesn't have computer technology, but still, Chick Hicks is extremely intelligent, as shown by his ability to manipulate others into doing his way, like the Delinquent Road Hazard, for example, in the very first movie, where he was capable of manipulating them into pretty much messing with Mac in order to lead Lightning to Radiator Springs, and of course, the rest is history. But still, he also has the same ability when it comes to cloning himself. Now it's time to talk about Cars 3 Driven to Win, the Chick Hicks Takedown event. Chick Hicks is shown to be cloning himself during this event with multiple other different Chick Hickses, and this could be shown to be really useful when it comes to combat. And when he clones himself, this could eventually overwhelm the opponent to the point of them losing to the amount of stress or just being outnumbered in general, and Chick end up winning. So yeah, Chick has shown to be very powerful and has shown various other different abilities that certain characters just don't have. But now it's time we also talk about some weaknesses. Throughout the entire franchise, Chick Hicks has shown to be very arrogant and selfish, which can play to his detriment. For example, during battle, Chick can think he is holier than thou and might not want to use his full power against an opponent, but the other opponent will most likely use his full power and eventually kind of destroy Chick Hicks. But overall, Chick Hicks is shown to be one powerful character in the Cars universe. He has cloning abilities, is extremely fast, and is overall very powerful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, another Power Scale video. See you later. Goodbye.